Sneaker Gears, my name is Levi. Today we have another performance gears take on the KD8 Elite and its predecessors. So getting right into it, since I don't want to go through all of that, if you guys just wanted to tune in and get the meat of it, that's all good. So let's hit it. These boys run big. These are both a 12.5. I'm trying to measure it up. I don't know if you can see it. They are bigger, flat out. It doesn't matter what you do. Now, because of that, I probably could have gone on a 12, but here's the second thing that you want to take note of. Putting this on is a feat of strength that Hercules should be attempting. It is very hard. Now, once you get it on, these guys are money. They solve all the issues that the KD8 had. Meaning, if you had a high instep, you had problems. You had a wide foot, you had problems. If you actually jab step, cut hard, that's support issues fully solved right here. As far as having some heel slip, I know that was an issue that some people had, not me. Your heel ain't going anywhere. This thing goes about a foot up, so you are good to go. These things were phenomenal once your foot is in. So like I said, maybe I could have gone a 12. I don't know if I could have got my foot inside the shoe if I got a 12. So I'm glad I was able to get my 12.5, which is kind of that unicorn side. And just keep in mind that you are getting the same great traction, the same amazing cushion, except it fixes pretty much every other aspect of the shoe. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a home run. The Elites always give a precursor to the next year coming out. So with that KD9 coming out, obviously this is going to have better cushion, but they went a little bit higher. They used a softer material like in the Flyknit, but I'm excited to have this shoe. I played in it all weekend, and I will continue to play in it. And we'll get into kind of the meat and potatoes right now. The KD5, I actually played in the superhero version for a couple games before I returned it because the shoe overall is I'd rather play in the KD5, not the Elite. This, on the other hand, is just a gorgeous looking shoe. I'm a fan of the carbon fiber. I'm a fan of that blue sole, which is just beautiful looking. And to be honest, I haven't even rocked these. I really should, but life of a sneakerhead, I apologize. The KD6, and remember I said the KD Elites are always a precursor to the next version. This was a low top, where the KD5 was a mid top. Your KD6 was a low top, lo and behold. Now the KD6 Elite gave you Zoom Max. Again, another precursor coming at you with the KD7. Now, I love this shoe for plyometrics. And if you're looking at this shoe, and I know I had a subscriber out there saying, hey, it doesn't look like you play in your shoes. I have the home colorway. This colorway is fire. So I've worn this twice on special occasions. This is a beautiful shoe, ridiculously comfortable. Problems with this were essentially didn't have much flex. Same thing as the LeBron 10. Didn't have as much support, considering this was just a mesh backer, but it had really good traction, very durable, really good cushion, and that takes us to our KD7, where they really build off. The KD7 Elite, I played in once for 2 hours, kind of knocked it. Had a subscriber out there who said, hey, you can't judge a shoe based on one use. All right, he's right. That's absolutely right. So last week, I played in these twice. The biggest difference between the KD7 Elite and the KD7 are the fact that this takes a massive break-in time, and that's because the entire shoe is foamposite. So that's my bad, not giving it the time to break in. But to be honest, once it broke in, it felt, lo and behold, a lot like the KD7. So my man wasn't wrong there. KD7 was a great performer. Traction is pretty much as good as your Kobe 9, because he actually tried to say that this was a way better shoe than the Kobe 9. For him, probably, because this is almost like playing with a ankle brace around your foot, or like having a cast on it. And I mean that in a supportive way. If you're a big dude, the support on this was ridiculous, but you had the same cushion as the KD7, same great traction, and for me, I just don't need that much support. So although they did break in and I did enjoy them a little bit more, this Zoom Max and this low top kind of led to what the KD8 was. Your KD8, for all that was good for it, lacked a lot of support, where something like your Jordan brand 29 performance woven really gave you just enough support. It also had some big issues with either heel slip, fit issues with either instep or with width. So it was a shoe that not a lot of people were able to enjoy, because the foundation of the shoe, as far as the traction and the cushion, were awesome. That's where your KD8 came to play. This thing is phenomenal, and it doesn't look as bad as you might think. With the top up, it's actually still lower than any Hyper Elite sock out there. And if you fold the top down, which you actually see they put a logo there, so it is meant to be done, it's not that much higher than your regular mid top. I mean, the thing looks amazing. And if we get some detail shots in here, where the stitching is here, where you've seen that foam backer of the mesh, this is really just sock-like material. It is difficult to get on, but it's really like just putting on a hard sock, so you don't feel it. When you wear these shoes, it's almost like you put on some superhuman socks. So you don't really feel the shoe. You just feel like the socks have great traction. All of a sudden you're wearing some cushions like on a chancla, but it just fits amazing, and all you feel is this sock portion around your foot and the rest of the shoe just doing its job, almost becoming invisible, which that's one of the best things I know Kick Genius is always talking about. When you don't feel a shoe, you're not thinking about it, those are some of the best shoes. So I was super impressed with this guy. It is maybe a little weird looking, but it was really cool to see a lot of people staring at my feet, but having just a super clean white shoe. It wasn't some flashy orange or red where you're trying to get attention, or in some really cool expensive retro on the court. You're playing an actual performance basketball shoe. And shout out to the Huskies in Connecticut who won the national women's title in this shoe. I wish they came out with that for everyone because their colorway was sick, and this was their 4th in a row. So if it's good enough for them, all you guys out there, I don't care what you say, they play beautiful basketball. It was a pleasure to watch them, and it was amazing to see those girls go 1, 2, and 3 in the WNBA draft. But that's enough praise. If you guys see I'm gushing on this shoe, I really enjoy it. As far as comparing those to the KD9, obviously I don't have the KD9 yet. I would love to have them. Would love to have them early if that's even a possibility. But I would say the biggest issues are going to be the support and containment on the Flyknit versus what the KD8 is able to achieve. I think the cushion is going to be a lot better on the KD9, and traction from the looks of it doesn't look to be that good on the KD9, but you really don't know until you play on them. But the KD8 really set a high bar, or the KD8 Elite. So that being said, hopefully it helped you guys out if you were looking to purchase a pair. Honestly, if you guys are interested in this, I hate to say it, it's probably going to hit the outlets. It is not the most fire shoe where everyone's going to try to get it. I was able to purchase mine at a discount just because I do have the Connect, which I'm appreciative for. But at the same time, it is something, even though it's priced at $200, realistically is going to be going down to around $120, $140, and it is worth every penny. So please don't ask me where you can get it for that price yet. I'm just kind of predicting the future here. So we'll put links to the KD8 Elite, so you guys, if you did want to purchase it, you have my take. Love the shoe, gonna be playing it, and honestly that is my go-to shoe for after leg days when my legs are feeling sore after squats. So I'm probably trading my my D-Rose 6s for those. So say what you want, shoot me comments, but you guys, we appreciate you. The channel's growing, so that's all based on you guys, subscribers. We appreciate your comments. I try to answer all the questions you guys are shooting our way, and as always, thank you. We'll come at you later, and have a good night.